need to switch the scene over stream so that the stream is caught up. Foundry. Nope, that's not the right one. I need the other one. No. Last we left off, you guys were had just collected a shrine for where did I put those notes? You just collected a shrine. You decided to continue your hunt for another shrine. That's when you found Mulligan, but it had already been claimed. You passed through some aberrant magic. Erebus decided he wanted to try to identify the cause of the aberrant magic as best as he could. Kaylor decided that he wanted to stick his gun in it, and that had some effects. Made his gun shiny, cracked down the barrel, and then basically you guys finished your travel making it to a town that borders the desert, also known as Phyllis Glen. It was very kind of destitute. It had been all but deserted by everybody except military personnel and a few adventures here and there, because the wall has been getting hit non-stop by the Ashen Wolf's forces. It also happened that the magic of the day at that point had changed to you guys becoming level 20. And you guys decided to take advantage of that with Erebus casting a super meteor swarm, which ended up killing 20 of the greater wolves that came smashing into the wall, because obviously if the magic of the day affects you, it affects your opponents as well. So the normal little wolves that would be normally hitting the wall were in fact giant champion wolves. You decided to head towards Lockmont. On the way, you guys picked up Minion for Canvas, and Erebus picked up one that he did not disclose what it did, but did in fact take it for himself. And then you turned, basically, after that, you didn't. I don't think you guys finished your journey to Lockmont. I think you guys, once you got to the Mind Control Shrine, decided that it was a good point to actually head back and turn in the quest that you have, because you do still have that one way in the north, and so you wanted to at least kind of reap the benefits of your questing thus far.
Correct.
And I don't know if Asmodel saw the giant tree that you guys came across, but
yes, I remember that. It was far away. It was very far away, but we felt like it was like seeing us or detecting us from even that
oh yeah, it
distance.
definitely did. And that
Yes.
one of the reasons that
Cam-
creature is so terrifying is its senses stretch as far as its roots go.
yes, and Canvas wanted to go, and we were like, no.
Right. So, starting off the set, we basically ended session with them being at the guild counter. And I said we were going to end session because there was a lot of math involved, which I was correct. There was a lot of math. So with that in mind, this is going to look like a lot. This is just kind of an invoice, so to speak. You only need to care about the very last portion of it. So basically, your reward was 144 guild tokens, 20 emerald coins, 168 steel pieces, 1 common voucher, 8 legendary vouchers, and 16,740 XP each. So that grand total isn't the total for the party, that is what each of you gets.
The grand total is each 144 guild tokens each.
Yeah, that was like I said, that was a Z. They're not going to disclose this, but that was a Z ranked quest. By all rights, you should have died, but you guys have the right skills to observe the tree just enough to where you stayed outside of its kill box, essentially, and earned yourself a Z-ranked special quest payout.
Nice.
So while you guys make adjustments on your end, I'm going to go update your sheet or update your thread so that I have a fresh count of what's gone, what has occurred.
We still have an active quest. Do we get the XP now?
Yes. This guild is the only guild of all the guilds that can award your XP outside of your quest ranking, as long as you're turning in a quest to do it. F1 XP.
What's our new total XP?
I have 39,745.
Could you type it down? Sorry. Where is it? Type down. Okay, yeah. Grand total. I think I already have one common voucher, so I don't need another.
Well, that's yours. That is
Oh, okay.
each.
Everyone's
So you get 1 common voucher and 8 legendary vouchers. Oh, you know what? I did mess something up. Adjust the emerald coins that you received to 40. Special quest double the amount that is given based on the rank. You just don't get. There are 2 downsides to a special rank quest. There is no support when it comes to a special rank quest. So if you die or need help, don't expect anybody to do anything about it. And the second thing is that a special rank doesn't technically count towards your rank advancement assessments.
The 168 is steel?
Steel pieces,
Steel
yes.
pieces?
Folks, at this point, Kaylor has to realize that the guild representative is doing it to him on purpose.
I know, right? We don't take money. Oh wait, that was on Monday. They figured that one out. Steel pieces, yeah. Okay.
So how far are we from level 8 now?
I think.
Oh,
we're
we are
actually-
level 8. We
Yeah,
are
we are.
5,000 into level 8.
Yeah.
Alright.
We just need to do the 2 weeks downtime, and then we could be like a full level 8. Should I go another class in Warlock or Fighter? What's the Warlock at level 3? Pack wounds.
So with all the powers that we've been getting, I would like to learn enhanced proficiency, minions, energized, and weapon. And that will take 8 weeks, and then 2 weeks of down to actual level. I also have extra attack and item if anyone wants to learn that. Are you guys time crunched, or are you okay with taking an extended downtime?
Does anyone want to learn the extra attack? I wouldn't mind learning it. I don't know the item.
Item just gives you another way to have anime powers that you can't normally double up on, essentially. There's a very convoluted way to use item to then use weapon to then have it be able to affect certain things that can't normally affect the weapon anime power. It took me a very long time to draw it out.
So if anyone else
So-
doesn't want extra attack, I would take that, so I could have 4 attacks.
Oh well, no attack. So
3.
extra attack. What that's the anime power, right? So
Mhm.
you take 10 energy per rank you have it at, right? It takes
Okay.
8 points to rank this up, and if you spend the 10 energy, you would get your 2 attacks over again.
Yeah, it's not like an additional attack. Extra action is an additional action.
Yeah,
So,
I said it wrong. Extra. Yeah, it should be
Yeah.
extra action. Sorry.
So if you have extra attack at level 5 and have extra action at level 1 at rank 1, you can make 4 attacks in one turn.
I don't think I have any points to spare to get it, so
Well, you just had those 20 points.
I used to upgrade the anime power, the unknown
What?
power.
Who says that he's not getting extra action in one of those?
Right. For downtime, I don't mind it. I would. The 8 extra weeks would probably be tough just because I don't know. We're just gonna be at sea for 8 weeks. I might use those 8 weeks to discover what my anime power is, but I don't know about everybody else on what you all would plan on doing for the 8 weeks of downtime if we want to do that. So what do y'all think about that?
Erebus or Echo, are you okay with taking the extra downtime or no?
I'm fine with it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Thank you. Did anyone have points they wanted to learn extra attack or item from me? Extra action, sorry.
Even with extra action, I'd still be limited to one spell slot per turn, right?
Until you get the feat that allows you to cast more than one spell a turn.
Uh, I can also teach spell amplification if someone wants
Yeah,
that.
I can too. And I can also teach features.
I think once I learn those other ones, I think I calculated that that's going to use all my current anime points, so I won't be able to.
How many points did you put into those unknown powers again, Asphodel?
10
Well,
each, right?
Well, that was just 10 this time. He had a bunch in there before.
yeah.
Yeah, so how much was it before? How much was it total for each one?
Total would have been 80 for both. Or 80, like a slash and half, so both would have been like 40.
I'm going to see if the guild has Tome of Lost Knowledge. It's legendary.
Unfortunately, we do not. You might have better luck in the Craftsman District. Oh, the
Do
Black
they
City.
take vouchers?
Probably not.
I might have the
But
cash.
you could always ask.
Alright, I'll guess I'll head over to the Craftsman District, see if I can find it.
Make me a investigation check. You find like a bookstore, and while perusing some of their wares, you come across the book you're looking for.
Hello. Do you accept guild vouchers?
Sure.
Then I would like to buy this book.
I believe in guild equivalents that is one legendary voucher.
I'll hand it over. Here you are.
Thank you so much. You guys are going to be level 8, right?
Correct.
Anything else before we start going into, what is it, 8 weeks of downtime?
10 if because I need 8 weeks for the 4 different anime powers, and then 2 weeks to level up.
Everyone okay with taking 10 weeks of downtime?
Yeah.
Yeah.
During this 10 weeks, I'm probably going to shop for scrolls. I haven't decided exactly what I'm going to get yet, but can I inform you after the fact?
Yeah, that's fine.
Eris, I would also offer to take you to Chronos Beta if you needed, in case you couldn't find the scrolls here.
Oh, great, thanks.
Always happy to help.
else adding something to their 10 weeks of downtime, or is it that pretty much everybody's their main focus?
I'm just probably training to see what trying to discover whatever my ability is.
You mean the thing I'm working on right now?
Yeah.
This is gonna be. This will be a reference you won't understand, but Grim will. This is like when I designed that power for General Jewel all over again.
Nice. Gonna be good.
Okay, so just gotta pull out a notepad here. So Erebus is doing his 10 weeks of downtime plus shopping for scrolls. Well, I guess it's 2 weeks of downtime for you. Unless you're also learning some of those.
No, none of the powers.
Asmodel is taking 2 weeks of downtime. And were you learning some of the powers from Gaylor? Asmodel?
Oh, you said Gaylor, so that's why.
I was saying, are you learning from Gaylor?
I'm just trying to find out anything. So if anyone does assist me, I will use it.
Okay. So that you're basically 2 weeks of downtime, 8 weeks of trying to figure out how your unknown powers work.
Yes.
How about Kaylor? 2 weeks of downtime and then 8 weeks of anime training.
Yep.
Anything
And
else
then
you're
there's
adding in between?
miscellaneous. Yep. I gotta go to Draconis Beta to see if I can get my gun fixed. Also about purchasing other guns. I saw in one of the books it was a shrimp pistol. I'm pretty sure that can be used underwater. Because I found out that's my bane of existence. And then I was gonna try and copy some other guns. I'm making a list. And I need to hunt some aberrant, and then if I have any time after that, I am going to finish or work some more on my expertise of fire darts.
Okay, let's see. So that was then Echo, 2 weeks of downtime for your level, and how are you going to fill the 8 weeks of 8 weeks of waiting?
I think I'll just maybe go in the nearby forest with my spirits. Maybe go hunting, maybe basically camping and relaxing.
Okay. Okay, let's start with Asmodel. This is after the point of your 2 weeks of downtime. Basically, you want to start learning how your unknown power works, because this whole time you've been on Alarak, you've sensed sort of almost like a new presence within yourself. It is not that these powers don't exist in the universe that you come from. They're some chapters would consider them heresy. Some chapters would tell you not to bother. They're never going to assist in the way that you need them to. So it's not really talked about per se, because just fitting the universe within the universe, so to speak. Everyone is born with an anime power or born power. It doesn't mean that they act on it, and most citizens, creatures from your universe don't act upon the fact that these exist. So I would say that this is like you're pursuing new knowledge. Like I said, it feels like a new presence inside of you that has kind of been there, but it's like now it's awake. What would be your first guess as to like what the power can do? What would be Asmodel's first thing he tries in order to like awaken this power or make it work?
I think his first try would just be like just using his blade like in a training area, seeing if it's maybe that, and then if that doesn't work, he uses his weapon, like the gun that he's been using, and then it's like even if that fails, then he goes to like his like future. Well, he tries to talk to his future self to say, "You must know about this knowledge. You must know something that I could do."
Let's see, which feature is that one again? Is it that it happened
It's
like this?
it's let me see a future quark. It happened like this. You discuss with your future self to give you perhaps knowledge about how events played out.
Okay, I think that's sort of relevant. And I will make the roll hidden this time.
Yes.
I remember the first time I screwed this up. Oh, okay, I see. So this is kind of closer to portent, uh, divination wizard things. Um,
Yeah.
so it does it does tell me that I tell you the number. It's only gonna be relevant in the next few minutes anyway, because this would be like a once per day change. And I'm not sure you're gonna want to use this roll because it was a 1. So,
No.
um, but as this is technically a conversation with your future self, I will say when you first tried swinging your sword, the presence did go stronger, but not strong enough to activate. And when you tried firing just your regular carbine, which that's what you carry in a carbine,
Yeah.
it also you feel that same push, like it definitely has something to do with your weapons and your hands, but it's not It's not an obvious trigger. So, having that in mind, I'm assuming you have a conversation with your future self about that. And the hints that your future self will give you is that not to focus so much on the act of attacking with the weapon, but upon the knowledge that the weapon is in your hands. And with the weapon being in your hands, other gifts follow once you learn how to make this power bend to you.
Okay. He would then go back to his blade as he goes in front of a dummy, and he just focuses like just on his hands, just looking. Because he said it felt strong when he attacked, right?
Yeah,
Or
exactly.
at least it felt like something when he attacked.
If you had to, since most of powers are expressed in forms of 10 per rank, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you had to give me an amount of energy you wanted to expend,
I would probably expend, since I don't know how dangerous this is. I'll spend probably just like a good 20.
okay, let me just double check one thing. I have to make sure my energy costs are right here.
Okay.
This is one of those powers that I
Damn
don't take
PG&E.
Well, I don't take this power. Like I've taken it before, but I don't generally take this anime power. And it's not because it's not good. It's just most of the characters I've played in recent campaigns have no use for this particular power. But for someone like Asmodel, it has a significant use. While I'm trying to establish cost, go ahead and roll me a attack roll with your sword, since that's what you were trying with first.
Oh, nice. Did I attack myself?
Technically, yes, but
Oh, okay.
so you said 20?
25.
No, I mean the energy. You expend 20.
Yes, oh yes, yes. Who the heck is this
Dummy.
guy?
There's a dummy if you need to attack something.
Oh, okay. Oh, sick.
Well, most dummies have like an AC of 10. So as you swing the sword, you see, and it's not necessarily visible to anyone else, just for the player's sake, but for your sake, but for Asmodel's sake, he sees almost this red energy start to manifest in his hand. And as the sword is swinging, you watch this red energy travel from the hilt of the sword all the way through the blade. And you rolled a 25?
Yeah.
um, you've practiced with dummies for quite a while. Whether it be in your actual Marines training or, just testing things out. This is a source of sharpness too. As you make impact, I want you to roll damage as if you have caused a crit, but add 1d4 to it. So technically that would be 2. It would be another. So just for the scene's sake, we don't need to have you re-roll. Know that you've basically dealt double damage. As you watch your blade make contact, at the last second, you saw this red energy come through the blade, and at the last second, you just see like this jolt, like this flash, as it impacts the dummy. And I mean, the dummies are made to withstand an attack, but they're not made to be like an aggressor. But this feels like hot knife through butter. And you inflict significantly more damage than you expected.
Okay, he just looks at it and I go, I understand.
And the energy is not leaving. The red energy, at least, is not leaving your hand.
As like he just looks at the red, he just says, I'll serve the Emperor well.
As for your second unknown power, this one's a little different. Whereas the other one you were born with. So, like I said, even if it wasn't active in the world you come from, it's still something you were born with. It was just something you were kind of ignoring / it was asleep until this point. This second power that you gained through the shrine feels foreign. And I'm gonna say it activates at random times right now, so you'll at least know what the first level of this ability does. I haven't fully constructed out the rest, but occasionally, like when you're trying to like grab something or trying to move, your limbs do not move in a concise manner. They do not follow the motor function that you intend. Like when you reach for something that was on a shelf, your arm seems to extend more than it should. When you take a step in your heavier armor, your knees buckle, but not because they're like hurt or too much weight. It's almost like your knee's been replaced with rubber. You find you're a lot when this power decides to activate right now. You find yourself greatly more flexible. In ways that a space marine should not be flexible.
Yeah. This one seems like I can't control that well, but seems very helpful. But it's hard to know when it will work.
And I'm going to say, now that you understand the activation sequence of the first one, the rest of the 8 weeks is you basically getting it down. So what you've discovered about the power is that once you activate it the first time, this red energy seems to retain itself for an entire day. So a 30-hour period. And whatever it does specifically seems to cause more damage than your weapon normally does, and it doesn't matter if whether you use the longsword or you use your carbine or even your super cannon. It seems to add just that additional D4. I will say the power is, this one in particular is so vast. Like, now that you can tap into it even just a little bit, you feel like you're only taking a spoonful of water out of a lake.
Oh.
So the other thing you would discover, and you still know that there's more to discover about your power in that 8 weeks, but you discover that you have a strange sort of condition, because even when the red energy's on, you seem to be able to activate the power again. One instance that you came up with caused you to inflict more damage when you have a significant amount of effort. So like when you're swinging your longsword, when you hit harder than normal, so a 25 versus a 10, for example, you seem to deal double damage. And actually, I think I did that wrong. It's triple damage. It's actually triple. So really, you did 15 instead of 5 for the first time. And another instance, when you were using the carbine, you let your hand slip a little bit because you were just trying so hard to focus on the power that you didn't worry about accuracy, and the bullet traveled farther than it should have. I believe it's double the range. And then in a third instance of activation, you were focused on this point of attack, and with your training, normally you do this anyway, but it seemed that when the power decided, when you did something that activated this particular facet of the power, it allowed you to make more specific shots. So before, you would say be trying to focus on a headshot, but you would just it would be making a regular attack. When this power activates, you can actually call a headshot, and it actually it actually has significance to the attack roll.
Does that one feel like it's like the 10 versus 20?
This one's hang on, let me go to these. Its description forces me to go to another page. So give me 1 second. Call shots. So basically, called shots have a myriad of choices. You can shoot to disarm, shoot for a vital spot, shoot for a weak point, shoot for a specific location, or shoot to specifically knock someone out.
Oh.
And depending on what you're focusing on, it will change the outcome of the shot a little bit. So like a shot to disarm forces them to not only have to take your attack, but then they must make a dexterity check to retain control of their weapon. A vital shot makes it so where... Oh, sorry. A vital shot makes it so where your attack suffers disadvantage, but if it successfully hits, doubles the damage that you've dealt. Weak point shot lets you, again, suffer disadvantage on the attack roll, but when it actually makes, when you actually make the shot, you get to call whether you want to make a large weak point, small weak point, or tiny weak point, and it makes the shot easier. So, mechanically speaking, it's a minus AC depending on what kind of shot you're making. And then the location one obviously makes it so where they take a penalty for using that specific limb, and knockout is obvious. They have to make a Constitution save or be knocked unconscious. So you found that you have a myriad. Not only does this power seem to enhance your damage, but it also gives you a myriad of choices to make with this power, but you still feel like you've barely scratched the surface of what this power is capable. Let's cut on over to Echo. This is after your 2 weeks of downtime. because nothing significant happened in terms of like my roles for events. You decided you want to basically take a 8-week vacation in the forest to be a ranger, essentially. Do ranger things, so like hunt game, camp out in nature, maybe improve your tracking skills, just or test your tracking skills. It's a interesting trek, because the nearest forest to where you guys are is. Let me open up the actual Wednesday best quality map. No, that was the wrong button. All right, well, give me 1 second before I describe this, because apparently my browser decided to reload. So give me 2 seconds to go pee while it's doing that anyway. Still loading, but that doesn't matter. I can describe most of this. So basically, I mean, the Adventuring Guild is in the middle of plains, so your nearest forest is the Eastern Forest, the Green Twilight, the Unnamed Forest, because no one has actually named it yet, or the Forest of Sorrows. What would be your character's choice to go to?
I think the Eastern Forest, the Sorrows is near the swamp, and I don't want to be near a swamp again.
You know what? That is absolutely fair. So this forest is a little more interesting. As you enter the Eastern Forest, let's see, what is your passives? 1 second. Wednesday. Well, you're actually in both category. Wolf, Echo. Between your survival, your stealth, and your perception, you have high enough stats in your passive that you're not as affected as a normal person would be. But right away, the thing Echo would realize is that there is some sort of force around this forest. It's haunted. That's a good way to put it. There are times as you're relaxing, as you're traversing the forest, that you feel like there are forces that are trying to misdirect you, for kind of mentally make you want to go a different direction, or lose your way entirely. But based on your passives and the fact that you have ranger training, you're able to overall avoid this effect. But this is very much like Legend of Zelda Lost Woods, where you go in one direction and you end up coming out a completely different part of the forest. You get a handle on it very quickly and actually figure out how to manipulate those mysterious forces into doing what you want. So, like, if you wanted to, say, you start here in the southwestern side, for some people, they might end up on the eastern side before dark, even though there are tens of thousands of miles of forest in between those 2 points. That's just how this magic works. You've learned to actually manipulate that force to go the directions you want to go. So if you want to go straight, you can continue to go straight. If you want to explore a different part of the forest, you may do so. The other phenomena that you observe is that, unlike most places you've been thus far, where there are creatures that are hostile, aggressive, I mean, everywhere you've been so far, you've had someone attack you in some form, or there was some form of battle going on, people dying. In this forest, you've run into creatures like giants that, I mean, obviously you're on guard, but they don't even seem to notice you. They seem to be just lost souls within the woods. And you've seen creatures from frost giants to your standard hill giant. You've seen even a few like dwarves, orcs, and one Aarakocra that just seem to be wandering the forest. Like the Aarakocra looked to be following a map, and that map was completely inaccurate. Like, you could tell just by a glance that whatever was depicted on the map isn't even this forest. But to him, it is a map of this forest. And so you're able to avoid conflict for pretty much the entire duration in terms of having to actually fight someone. Now, if you're hunting game, that's a different story. You're able to do so with very little issue. But everyone else seems to get lost here and stay lost.
This is nice to be back in the forest, not just, running on open plains or in some kind of swamp with an evil tree or in a desert with a just batshit crazy messiah.
And so, let me see something. I'm gonna say you actually spend enough time here that the woods themselves bless you. I should have to figure out what that blessing is. Because you would also discover, to a certain extent, that this forest is sentient.
Yeah, I do speak Sylvan.
Some of it has to do with the Fae, and Fae origins. Other parts appear to be just this forest has been around long enough to absorb some aberrant magic, and thus it kind of plays upon each other. We will call it, it's either a blessing or a charm. Which one are we?
Note to self, never let Kaelor in this forest alone.
Don't let Kaelor into this forest with the people with him that are following his directions. I'm gonna say this is the blessing of the Wayfarer. I'll get to you before the end of the session, but essentially, you are immune to the effects of the Eastern Forest, and while you are in the Eastern Forest, you gain advantage on ability checks, saving throws, and if you already have advantage on a attack that you make, it basically allows you to take triple advantage.
Nice.
So, let's see. So, Erebus, you did your 2 weeks of downtime. You said you're buying scrolls. Any idea what those scrolls are going to be?
Not yet.
Okay, that's cool. We can always leave that for whenever. You just give me that list at some point and it'll be fine.
Sorry.
Oh, no, you're good. I understand. There are lots of spells to go over. Let's see. So, Kaylor wants to buy a shrimp pistol.
Underwater is the bane of my existence.
Yes, you'll be able to buy a shrimp pistol. You would find out that your weapon cannot copy ship weapons. And when you want to get your gun repaired, who are you taking it to?
In Draconis Beta, I would go to they're all guild crafters there, right?
Yeah, for the most part.
Yeah, I would make sure I was a guild crafter and go talk to them.
Speaking of his gun, does he get anything from what he absorbed Monday?
Oh yeah, no, he did. He knows what he got.
Okay, cool.
It's actually very useful for him, but not so useful for everybody around him. Thus, the nature of aberrant magic. Okay, so you take it to a Goliath craftsman. He appears to be pounding out some blackish iron. I mean, that's what it looks like to you. Obviously, you're not a metallurgist or a smith, so you can't just one look know exactly what you're looking at. But he appears to be pounding out some sort of black iron. Good afternoon.
Afternoon.
Welcome
I
to
seem
my
to have.
shop.
It's a beautiful shop. I seem to have cracked my very special weapon to me. It was given to me by honored lady. And I will show him.
It is an exquisite piece.
I was absorbing aberrant magic, and it went.
Absorbing. Wait, is this one of those hero weapons?
Yes, sir.
Sorry, sport. I wish I could help. As he, like, unceremoniously pushes it back across the counter to you. I do not have the skill or the knowledge to even attempt to diagnose or repair this weapon.
That doesn't sound good. Could you point me in the right direction?
Out of everybody in the order, the only one who has any knowledge of how those work is Lynx. Based on some of the projects he was taking, he was trying to figure out how he could replicate them. But I don't even think he was successful. That plus there's the whole jurisdiction issue between whoever is trying to fix it and the hero's deity, the one who actually just bestows the power. I'm gonna be honest, I've never heard of those weapons even taking damage. You said you were absorbing aberrant magic?
Yeah.
You might be better served taking it to a mage to get it examined, or maybe the clergy to get it exorcised, because who knows what you've just done to that thing.
I will take it back more ceremoniously than he gave it to me and thank him for his time. Do you have any firearms for sale?
No, I don't generally craft weaponry unless it is special order. I handle more day-to-day items. Wagon wheels, horseshoes, anvils for other smiths. I do also have proficiency with many planar metals, so I've been used on projects that require a smith's expertise who knows planar metal.
Oh, I'll keep that in mind if I come across that, and I will toss him a bag of coin for his information.
This doesn't happen to be 168 steel pieces, does it?
No, it's only 50.
Okay, fair enough. Thank you.
Yeah, I wasn't getting rid of them all at one place. You're welcome. Have a good day. And I go off. As soon as I get out, I drop to my knees and I start praying to the honored lady. See if she can guide my hand, or am I supposed to work on this myself?
Don't you dare bring that here. You keep that thing 100 miles away from me. I don't know what your obsession with upsetting the goddess of magic is, but I don't need to be on her bad side. You may need to pray to the god of heroes to get that thing fixed.
There's a god of heroes?
Well, I call him a god, but he's something higher than a god. So, I mean, if it's really important, you can probably do that, but I would suggest avoiding interrupting their day unless it is life-threatening.
Roger. Does this mean I can never come back to Draconis Beta?
I don't work out of Draconis Beta. So you're fine. Though you blow up
Ooh!
you blow up my city, and I will haunt you, or I will not haunt you. I will pursue you to whatever afterlife or next world you go to.
I perfectly understand that.
And she is now making a note that she will never ever visit Draconis Beta again.
I wonder if this is a bad time to tell her that I'm ready to lay down my life for the cause. Sometime at before the end of the night, I would pray to the God of Heroes to see if they answer.
What level are you? 8? Oh, 6. Oh, either way. You don't seem to get a response.
It's going to be my nightly ritual that I will pray and I'm devout. And I'm trying to work my way, and I'm trying to build a better gun, and just explain, aberrant magic happens, and go about my day. Thank you.
Alright, so 10 weeks of downtime goes by. As control. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We'll set it to sunrise.
Be right back.
Everybody coalesces. So yeah, party comes together. What would the party like to do now?
So we still have that outstanding quest, do we not? Investigate
Yeah,
the wakes.
Yes, you were correct.
Suppose we should get to that eventually.
It has been 3 months.
Is it still on our card?
Remember, they can't go away because you paid for the right to reserve it.
Suckers.
Oh, I mean, it could technically go away if the person who assigned the quest died, but that has not happened.
Fair enough. We should go then get this finished over with then.
I'm ready. How do we want to get there? Has anyone been to the north?
I haven't.
Closest I've been is the Eastern Forest.
Should I take us to Draconis Beta, and then we can work our way north from there? Or
Wait, where is it again? Like on the map? Where would it be?
go all the way to the top and
All the
slightly
way?
to the right?
It's around here?
Yeah, this big square.
Yeah. Yeah, Draconis is the best bet. Was there any guilds over here that we could probably use a teleportation? No, we're still low rank, forget it. So yeah, I think the best bet is just to teleport and then use the birds. I hope the
Yeah,
forest is still not the messed up where the city's teleporting around.
I will contact my contact in Draconis Beta to see if it is okay to use the teleportation circle.
Sorry, I'm in the shower at the moment. Can you give me like 30 minutes?
Yes, thank you very much. Take your time.
What do you mean take your time? Can't you
My contact's in the shower.
A little weird for the answering the message in there, but all right.
Yeah. Can you?
I think it was downright nice of him, because if he just didn't answer, then I was like, oh, maybe he died. Maybe he's ignoring me.
Maybe we get another contact, so it's just not always him then. now he has to rush to take a shower.
Yeah, but then it
And
might
then
confuse me because see, I wrote down here Draconis Beta, and then I've only got one line next to it. So if I put Draconis Beta again, is it the same circle? Is it a different circle?
Or you could always ask who this is. Because then, yeah, he has to rush now just to take a shower, get his clothes, and then run all
Oh
the way.
no, I told him to take his time.
And we
Maybe
don't
he doesn't
know
have
what's
to
going
get his
on.
clothes. Maybe he likes wandering around without them.
Was he naked before? I don't remember this.
I'm pretty sure he was naked in the shower.
This messaging is only telepathy, right?
Yeah, technically.
If you pay extra for the
Visual.
gold version, you know, I got the normal crappy steel package, but the iridium package and the emerald package is different.
We got enough coin to upgrade, don't we?
When we get there, we'll ask. How many questings do we have to do to upgrade?
Are you asking your fellow players, or are you asking the creature in the sky?
Fellow players.
Okay, fair enough.
I was gonna say, can't you just tell him to ask someone else instead of him having to go all the way over there?
I mean, now that I know he's in the shower, I think it's kind of rude for me to interrupt him. What if he's now gone from the shower to the other part of the SS&S?
You know, you can just message the guild hall directly rather than relying on there being contacting one person.
I was told I needed a contact.
Maybe they're friends.
I will contact the guild hall of Draconis Beta. Hello. I would like to use a teleportation circle. I think I ran out of minutes.
No, the DM is
What?
doing stuff.
That's perfectly fine.
Oh yeah, I forgot to rest.
Ah, yes. If you need to benefit from a long rest, feel free to do so. You had 100 days worth of long rests. And you can just assume that unless your item requires a specific way to charge, all your items are recharged. sorry. Who is this?
I am Kalar. Who is this?
I don't know if I should answer that. You sound like a fae.
I didn't ask for your name. I just said, "Who is this?"
So
Do I have
what?
your attention now?
So what? You're an owl?
What's going on over there, Kayla? You're looking kind of mad.
This guy's an asshole.
I hope you didn't just send that message.
Yes, I did.
Maybe this is why he only has one contact.
Just tell him it's the Lost Vanguard, and we're trying to see if we can use the teleportation to get there.
Oh, is this thing still on?
Hello.
I guess he hung up.
So are we gonna teleport there? Everything went good?
Apparently, I lost connection because he was like, "Hello, is this thing still on?" And then he hung up.
You could lose connection with that.
I will
The
remind you to my previous statement.
Your
third
magic
time's
is.
the charm? Or are we waiting for the shower guy?
I'm waiting for the shower.
Could you check how when's is he almost done?
I don't have that version.
He will contact you back then when we're good to go. We won't have to be waiting and guessing if he's like ready for us to go.
I don't think so.
Hope he contacts us back. Actually, you know what? You know what? Actually, I don't know how much even legendaries how much legendaries Black City even have after the whole war thing or combat. Adventures Guild right outside of it.
Why do you want to start traveling down to the Adventures Guild down south to spend your voucher?
Well, I think it would be good for us to get some potions and then use some of our vouchers, but I guess should we start walking while we're waiting for him to call us back about being able to teleport? Well, metaphorically walking, but just start heading the direction.
Okay.
I'm sorry, what are you guys doing?
If that guy doesn't contact back to us like right away, we're just gonna start like heading at least, or I would suggest heading that direction. But I'm guessing we're waiting to him just to contact us back so we could teleport over there.
So you wait the prerequisite 30 minutes. Kalor. Buzz, 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 buzz.
Oh, I answer. Hello.
Yeah, sorry about that. I contacted my associates at the guild. They say that they are. The teleportation pad is clear. You may use it.
I appreciate you. All right, gather up, everybody. All right. I'll use my helmet teleportation, targeting the teleportation circle. The Adventure Skill. Bonus beta. Us and our chocobos.
Yeah. So you enter. Use your helmet teleportation, or you. What are you using?
Yep, the helmet teleportation.
You appear in the more regal and better designed Adventurers Guild of Draconis Beta. You're immediately greeted by a scene of somewhat chaos.
Oh.
As you see.
Guy in a towel.
No. That would be funny, though. No, you see a 6-armed creature that appears to be made of stone brawling with a guy who looks similar to, like, well, you know what, I don't say similar. Most of you would know what a Goliath looks like. This other creature, however, you probably have never seen before. But they're, like, going at it, like, punch to the face, punch to the gut, kick to the shin. They are not holding back as far as you can tell. This is not a friendly brawl. This is definitely an actual fight. And basically the area is encircled by a bunch of other adventurers who keep egging them on. Whether they care that it's an actual fight or not, you can't really tell based on the looks you're getting around, or the looks you see on people's faces around the room, they don't really care. They're just enjoying this spectacle.
about the receptionist at the guild? Are they trying to stop it?
That seems to be a whole nother issue. As you look over at the receptionist, you see that they are arguing, not actually fighting, but they appear to be in an intense discussion, where they are actually probably whisper shouting at each other. So, you know what? I will say anyone with a passive perception of 18 or higher would hear that the other guy is getting chewed out by shower guy. What's his name again? Hold on, I have a note. His name is Krieger. He's getting this like taller than a dwarf, shorter than an elf sort of guy is getting chewed out by Krieger for not doing his job. Essentially, Krieger has been wasting time, and he didn't do anything to de-escalate the situation that is now evolved between these two combatants. He basically just sat there and stared, and so Krieger's not very happy. From this, you can sort of infer that Krieger isn't the average guild receptionist. He at least holds a position of slightly higher authority. He might not be the guild master, but he definitely isn't just a guy who works at the window either.
There any betting going on with this fight?
Always. Current odds.
I'm going to. Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, since he's curious, current odds are 60-1 that the Goliath wins, and that's based upon the metric of the Goliath is higher level, or more experienced, rather, would be a better way to say it.
I'm guessing they don't take silver pieces or steel pieces.
We'll take anything if you're looking to bet.
What were you going to do, Erebus?
I'm going to spend 10 energy to increase the number of targets and cast banishment on both of them.
That's a
And I'll
charisma
move in
save,
possession.
Wait.
If
If
one
you
of
cast
them-
it on one, and we can bet on the other.
If either of them save, I'm going to take over their body.
DC 29 charisma saving throw.
Oh, I don't think they're going to save.
Oh, and I can impose disadvantage on the Goliath since he's higher level.
What? Whoop.
That's not how this works.
He's so powerful that he has ascended the D20 to a D100. I'm just kidding.
And he still failed them.
He did actually. That first one rolled like a 6 and a 40, so he would have taken the 6 on the D100. Yeah, no, they both fail. There's no modifier at 16 where a 7 would get him to 29. You just hear a poof sound.
Now that the hubbub is over, I'd like to get the teleportation circle for this guild.
They won't let you do it because this is a special.
I'll walk up to the desk, and if they're done chewing each other out, then I'll ask.
Kaylor, dude, take responsibility for this one.
I don't know if I can take responsibility for myself. Yeah. Echo, if you mess up, it's coming out of your hide. Yes, I will take responsibility for him.
Then he can record it down.
Well, it's just a backup, just in case the guy you want is in the shower.
Well, you would still need to message them and ask if the teleporter is clear.
Yeah, but I'll just message the guild. I'm not gonna try and get someone specific.
Good luck with that.
Well, as long as I don't call them an asshole, it should probably work out.
Echo also doesn't hold a world title of unfortunate timing,
Yes.
which happens a
And
lot
several
more than
other
you
of
think.
my ones. People just look at me and they think I'm odd.
Is that why he can't open doors?
No, he just happens to be the one. Every time you guys have asked him to open a door, it was one that was already claimed. But you are also allowed to choose to believe
Cursed.
whatever you like.
Cursed.
I mean, when we stopped letting you do it, we got all the shrines we went to.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, I'm cursed. I'm definitely cursed. Doors suck. Asmodel, did you want an item? Since we were at the guild.
Nah, I just wish to see what legendary items they had. I don't actually really need anything right now.
I'm going to ask if they have an Ascended Dragon Wraith legendary antimatter rifle.
Present your guild card, please.
I present my guild card.
Rank F. Asking for a legendary item.
Yeah, because we just did a special and we got 8 You mean the motherfucker in that other fucking guild gave us fucking these things and we can't spend them?
Not here, you can't. If you were at
Son of a
if
bitch.
you were at the headquarters, they have different rules and things they're allowed to do. Like the receptionist can make a judgment call at that time whether they think you're trustworthy or not. Unfortunately, we do not have the same luxury. We have to follow the rules.
Where's the headquarters?
What's your rules?
The ones outside the Black City.
No, what's your rules to get the item?
Oh, if you wanted a legendary, you have to be at very least. Hold on. Where's the guild token redemption? You have to be at least an S rank.
Holy shit. Do we qualify for an
That
upgrade?
what S stands for.
Yeah.
What rank are we still currently at?
F.
F.
At doing all those dangerous missions.
Surely after completing a Z, we would get bumped up.
Unfortunately, it's only the number, not the difficulty of quests, right?
Well, there's that, and plus specials don't count towards your actual rank normally. So the dangerous ones you've gone on were both special quests.
What is this one that we're going on right now?
Like a D, I think. Hold on. It is currently rank E.
Alright, let's get some more lower ranks while we're heading over there. Or is there any rank, like any quests heading towards
Lafford.
Yeah, Clafford.
Let me see. Grim, I can't find it on my hotbar. Would you mind rolling me 3 directionally challenged rolls, please? Too many macros now.
SE. Nort. SE.
So you got a special and a rank S in the southeast. So if they're saying southeast here, they're talking about like the region you just came from, the Lockmont, Phyllis Glen region is considered the southeast.
Nope.
And the north, there means there's another one. Let's roll a d12. Oh, fun. There is a F-ranked quest for aberrations, which appear to be trying to inhabit Lastonshire, which is technically a ruins, but like alright, as an F rank, they probably know what it is. Let me just make sure. Yeah, they know what it is. Alright, 1 second. 5 spectators trying to figure out how to undermine the structural stability of the Cloud City. And the government of the Cloud City would like you to stop them from doing that. They don't want to waste their own resources to do so.
Wait, so the question, they're just like, they know what they want to do, they're just gonna let them stand there and stare at it and try and figure it out.
Basically.
Maybe that city deserves some instability.
I could agree with that one.
I mean, at least have the guards shoo them along.
What does Erebus and Asmodale say?
If they're on the way, I'm fine accepting them. Also, I'm still looking, but I found 3 spells that I would really like to have before we set out. 2 level 3s and a level 2.
They'll have them all. The only one I'd have to actually roll on would be like a 5th level spell. So you can just assume that they have them. So yeah, those are uncommon, I think. And do you just need the scroll for learning yourself, or are you actually looking to have these as like backup scrolls to cast from?
Just to learn.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh no,
So those are all.
it's actually a level 1 and 2 level 3s.
Yeah. So that's 1 common and 2 uncommons essentially. Which for spell scrolls you can just use 1 uncommon scroll to get 2 uncommons. Sorry, 1 uncommon voucher gets you 2 uncommon scrolls.
I only have common and legendary vouchers.
Then for uncommons, they are 150 each.
Great.
For you. And then for the common, it's 50. Sorry, 25.
Can I buy some anime points because guild tokens are heavy and I'm encumbered?
I mean, we could always exchange them for guild emblems.
Okay, I'll give you 100 to get 1 guild emblem. I still have 48 weighing me down.
How many anime points are you looking to buy?
What can I get for 48 tokens?
4. And you keep 8.
Okay.
Wait, what is it? 4 for 8?
No, he said he wants to spend 48. He gets 4 points for 40 and gets to keep 8. Because he was too shy of being able to buy 5.
You know, now that I remember, Ring of Attunement. Do you have a legendary version of it?
Not at the guild, we don't. They do exist, but you'd have to talk to the actual artisan who makes
Oh,
them.
yes. Yeah, and then I also can't get it with the voucher here. I still forgot. I also wanted to exchange this 100 for an emblem too.
Okay.
I am not encumbered anymore. Woo. Is there an adventuring guild in the north?
In Erantel, perhaps. Unfortunately, we haven't heard much from them. There's also one in Cloud City.
Are we able to just contact a guild that we haven't been to before?
No. You have to have been there at least once.
Thank you so much. And I will hand him a coin, a pouch of coins.
Trying to get rid of that steel.
Yeah. $50 a time. Everyone's all set. Hey, Erebus.
Yes.
Did those fuckers stay gone, or are they about
No,
ready to come back?
if well, it's standard 1 minute, or unless they're from another plane.
My money is on the 6-armed dude. Don't come back.
The Goliath does come back. The 6-armed dude does not.
You know what that just goes to show you? If you pick a fight in the middle of town, and you're not from this plane, well, guess what? You might go home.
Well, it's okay. I hear there's no place like home.
Yes, I do like my boots. I have homeward bound boots. I click, I can come back here or somewhere else. Do we shout? Do we say Lost Vanguards, mount up, and then we ride? To the north.
All right.
All right. Well, which way do you think is north?
It's that way. Bound to get it right once in a while.
He knows which direction is north. Does he actually start going north?
If he does, I correct him to the northeast because that's the way the road goes.
So I was still wrong. Woohoo!
Dad, what happened? You went the wrong
It's just-
direction?
Uh,
What else is new?
I knew which way was north, but we weren't supposed to go north.
You know, uh, you tried. Alright, let's start heading there. Alright, just to make sure, there's only one quest heading up north right now, and it's at this one, right? The last one shrine.
Yeah, only one other than the one we're heading. Yeah, so
And it's a F1. This one's a
Yep.
D1, so or E, I believe. Actually.
yep. And you wanted to do the Astonshire one?
Yeah, last one sure.
Okay. Pick that up.
Alright, so how are we getting there again?
Chocobo.
That's
With
right,
tireless.
Chocobos.
Right.
With the chocobo
We were
leader.
lucky enough to come across a group of chocobos that we tamed, and we've been feeding them greens and glacial greens and vegetables.
Does anyone know about the Eastern Forest? Out of character.
I just, yeah, my character just spent a few weeks vacation there.
Perfect.
About an hour and 30 minutes later, you get from Draconis Beta to the entrance.
Any guards there?
This is a big. Hey, this is just like the other wall in the south.
Which other wall?
Oh, when we were watching the desert attack.
Yeah,
Oh yeah. Actually, I think I was.
wonder if that oasis is still there.
That's funny shit. Sorry
I don't
for
think
interrupting you, Jet.
Um, that's right. I was rolling to see if there actually are guards. As you get there, you'd see some wood elf individuals dressed in plate armor. They would stop you. Good morning. Reason for travel
Morning.
out. Reason for travel into the Eastern Forest.
I.
To get
Trespassing
to the
through.
other side. Yeah, that's what he said.
I'll present my guild card, which I believe can display the quest that we're on.
Yep. Interesting. Okay. Careful when making your way through the woods. Try to stick to the roads. Do not wander off the roads for any reason. If you wander off the roads, you will get lost.
I'd like to speak to them in Elvish thing. Yeah, I was just here. I had a fun time. I think I can find my way around.
Okay. Good luck.
All right, everybody, we need someone to keep an eye on Kaler at all times.
Oh, I got that.
Maybe someone else as well. If he steps
Alright.
off the path, he can end up on a completely wrong side of the forest. Directions can be a little tricky in here. So keep an eye out for giants. I just took vacation here. We were resting, and there's giants of all kinds wandering around. I don't think the others will give us much trouble, but the giants might. I
Have
think
to
I
roll
will lead
high
the
around the
way
kills, huh?
so we don't get lost.
Alright, Kalo, you're second in the line.
I'm
So you
second.
don't get.
All right.
Yeah.
I ride around with one hand in front of me so I can keep an eye on myself and look for giants.
don't need to look for giants. You need to watch out. I guess they're the same.
I guess if we're all ready, we'll just start heading on the roads, following them north and then east, and then what is that? Go northwest, I guess, to get out of the forest.
Oh, we trust you. We trust where you'll lead us right. Echo.
With I need to. You know what? Magic of the day might change some opinions.
Don't forget we go faster in the forest because of it's one of my favorite terrains.
Well, you're probably the first party in a very long time to make it through the entire forest in 6 hours.
I don't know what
Sounds.
those elves are complaining about. This forest is great.
Yeah. They didn't seem like bad guys.
As we approach the cold, I will be casting Comfort Ward, which protects against extreme cold. I'll cast it at 4th level, so I can affect all 5 of us.
Okie dokie. Good call.
Thank you, nice and toasty. I was just gonna draw my scimitar and light it on fire to keep warm. This is much simpler.
How do the chocobos seem to be faring?
The blue chocobos.
Wait.
Unaffected.
Nice.
I assume you guys just want to go straight to
Lochtonshire. See the gazers. Oh, do we want to stop in Stoneham on the way?
Is there anything of note at Stoneham? Anything we need at Stoneham?
No, because I don't want to take damage from puns.
I'll say that's all. Let's just go to Latinshire, folks.
Yeah. If anything, if we stop by, it's just to see if they have a guild, so we could have a teleportation circle here.
Is that what you do?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Hey, Erebus, are there any shrines near here?
Oh, yeah, I meant to check that out. There's one right outside of Stoneham.
Oh,
All
nice.
right. Guess we have a reason to stop there now.
It's like right above the M.
Oh, are you gonna? Sorry, I just assumed you're gonna stop there. Are you gonna stop there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
Let's
right,
check out this shrine.
Give the DM 2 seconds to go figure out what shrine that is. That's another map for me. That one is.
At least it's recognizable. It's on the
As you stop, you see a sort of like more like a bowl shape compared to the other ones, which were always on kind of like little hills. This one's actually in like a little bowl. Snow-covered roofs, still the Eastern kind of Japanese style. I assume you're going up to examine it.
yes, sir.
Check out the mural.
This one depicts all sorts of people. On one panel, it looks like people hammering on a blacksmith's anvil. On the next one, it depicts like an artisan crafting jewels. On the next one, it appears to be like a person making alcohol. On the next one, it appears to be like a scholar scribing on special parchment.
Like proficiency.
Asmodel, you haven't stepped up for any in a little while. Do you want this one? Unless somebody else is
Anyone
really
but
want.
Kaler can open the door, and then if no one wants it, Kaler can go in.
I'll check to see if the door can be opened. There's no point in arguing over it. It's already taken.
Is
The
it
door,
technically Halo not open doors?
No, I'm cursed.
the door does appear to
Okay.
open.
Okay. Does anyone want skill proficiencies?
I'm. If no one else wants it, I would take it.
Fine with me.
It saves me on time on trying to figure out how to fix my gun. I can just go in a shrine and know how to fix my gun. I will enter the shrine and share my bounty.
Man, you guys just hitting these out of the park left and right. That is 8 anime points for everybody. Or each, whatever.
Nice.
Nice.
I am adding that to Canvas.
Thank you.
Welcome. Were we correct in what we thought it was?
Yes, it is tool proficiency.
In order to fix a weapon, would that be Tinkerer's tools? Or would it be more specific and just be firearms proficiency tools?
I can't answer that, because Kaylor himself would not know that. It is up to Kaylor to guess which one he would be.
He's gonna end up getting like weaving
Blacksmith.
or painting. Just paint over the crack in the gun. That's all good.
Every nat one adds a little more if it's gonna blow up or not because I'm painting over it.
Or if it is painting, every time he absorbs magic, he can draw a little thing on there of what it was.
I mean, he could paint the things that he kills at least, like the things he shoots.
I think it's Tinker's.
That is your first proficiency you're going with?
Yep. What stat would you like Tinkerer's tools to use, sir?
Intelligence?
At least I don't have a negative in that.
I would think it might be dexterity. Fingers.
With tool
Thanks, guys.
proficiencies, I don't actually bind them to a specific stat. It's dependent on what you're trying to do with them.
And this gun is both arcane and technological, so intelligence makes a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm.
But what if he wants to bend the barrel back in place? Could he use his strength?
I'd allow it.
I mean, sure. It's
No, it's just strength my dump stat.
Well, I could unattune my gloves and let you borrow them.
Oh, I forgot. I could take on. I wrap my cloak around me and I assume the form of a tiger. It's probably warmer.
I mean, last time you turned into a turtle. Are you sure you want to try that again?
I'm not in no damn swamp.
the swamp.
All right, we carry on.
You don't have a. Do you have like a watch? Does your character have like a watch?
Me?
Yeah.
Nope. Why?
I think it would be cool to have a watch, and then if you want to transform, you just use your watch.
Oh, I have
I
this
think there
cool
should.
cloak which I wrap around me.
Can you only turn into 10 of them, like 10 creatures, or you can turn to any?
I don't know. I have not reached my limit.
She'll learn features and mix some of that stuff in with it.
Well, I ran out of points. You know, maybe next time. I was very interested in getting features up. All right, to Stoneham.
Stopping there or continuing on to Leicestershire?
Oh, we're gonna look and see if they have a guild because
Yeah, so
teleporting
we can see.
is fun.
All right.
Yeah, so we get somewhere to teleport. If like this place doesn't have a teleportation.
Because we're pretty sure the next two towns aren't gonna have them.
Oh yeah. I mean, they could be ruined teleportations.
This is true.
The only other shrine on this side of the lake is just outside Leicestershire.
West from where?
Leicestershire.
That's where we're going, right?
Well, I can breathe underwater now, so
I know it looks like it's on land.
Oh, sweet.
I had not my thing right. Did I put it in the right spot, Gray? I mean,
Yeah, that
Harvest.
looks right. By the way, Comfort Ward only lasts for 8 hours, so let me know if I need to re-up it.
Okay. Okay, where am I? Where am I? So you're stopping in Stoneham. And you're checking to see if there's a guild here?
Yeah, the guild has like a little teleportation circle.
It does.
Perfect. adventure to use it, or do we have to like?
I
We'll give
think we
it
just
some.
need to ask.
Okay.
Like to walk up to the receptionist, surreptitiously present my guild card, and ask if I can get the teleportation circle for this location.
Yeah, sure. Feel free. It's a
Many
little half.
thanks.
It's a little halfling eating like a bowl of chili.
I toss a bag of coins on the counter and I follow Echo.
We don't accept coins here,
I was
sir.
gonna say.
Sir.
I come back and grab them.
Need to find a wishing well.
Wait, how many coins did you just give him?
Half a
None. They
bag.
give it back.
Yeah,
What? How
Like-
much would you give him?
50 steel.
50 steel. Yeah. I thought you were gonna get. I thought you did more. So I was gonna say I don't want to see you throw you that much coin into a wishing well.
I'm down to 70. I had 178 when we started the day. It's a
Melt it
win-win
down
for me.
into ammo.
Yeah. So you guys are able to record down the teleportation circle. Is there anything else you want to do in Stoneham?
I
Uh,
guess I'll ask.
I'd like to ask if they have any legendary items at this guild.
Sorry, those don't usually make it this far north. I
Take
think
a
the
shot.
rarest. I think the rarest we have is actually just a rare.
I want to ask. We're gonna head over here to take care of 5 spectrums. Do you know where the exact locations are, or have you like had the adventurers say their last known location?
Yep, middle of Lastonshire and what used to be the mayor's. Not mayor's. Town hall.
What used to be the mayor's town
Thank
hall?
you very much. I would offer you some money for your information, but you told me you don't take money.
I have no need of it for it. By the way, the entire time you've been seeing him eat this chili, it does not look like it's ever depleted.
That's a good bowl.
Bowl of never-ending chili.
How much one of those cost?
You have to make friends with Raish. She's a
Race?
sort of a hermetic traveler, if you will. Travels between the east and the west side of the lake. She's said to be the mayor of Gals Harbor. But there's not much to do in Gals Harbor, so she travels around. But she's the one who made this bowl. More specifically, it's not a bowl of never-ending chili. It's just chili because I choose to be chili. It's a never-ending bowl of whatever you put in it. as long
But
as it's a food
then
item.
how do you empty it out?
Yeah, see, that's the trick. You don't. It's a good thing I like chili.
So if I could eat coins, it could be a never-ending bowl of money.
I don't know. I've never tried. I personally can't consume coins. It would be an interesting experiment, though.
Is it dead over here? Or is there like ever any adventures that come over here?
You actually noticed on your way into the Adventures Guild, while it's not like lively like the Black City or Draconis Beta, it's not like deserted either. It's what you'd think
Okay.
a sort of rural town is like. There's plenty of people, just not a lot.
Okay.
And plus, it's cold, so they spend a lot of time indoors.
Yeah.
Thank you for your info. Enjoy your chili. Are we all set, guys?
Yes.
The Lastenshire.
Could you guys give me 5 minutes to think about how to answer this email that just came in?
Yep.
I'm about
Yeah.
to slap a fool because they're not listening. I literally forward them So you guys were going straight to Lancashire.
Yes, sir.
Let's see. So it was 1, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then it's 4,000 to get there. So that's 4 hours. Nope. 4 hours goes by. You don't encounter any issues.
We look for the ruins that looks like a mayor's house.
Do I still have Lancashire?
And I'm back.
Welcome back.
Make sure that everything works. Token used not necessary.
Found
So
some
you,
great.
so yeah, so you. Oh, what was that? Fine, tool. So you come in this way, from this side of town. Token. You guys come in. As you're kind of searching the town, it's pretty obvious that this is the biggest town, biggest building in the city. Do you just want to barge right in, or is there going to be some sort of approach to this?
The quest said shoo him off or exterminate.
Well, I think it's just said make him go away. Don't think it said we couldn't kill them. Maybe we should ask some people in the town first.
Oh no, this is ruins. This is just the
Yeah,
map that I have for the
there's
set.
no one here.
All right. Well,
So we want to knock on the door, tell them there's a cease and desist.
I think maybe we like to observe them. You know,
Yeah. See why they're here for.
see their numbers. See if they look like they have any kind of
Take a
weapons, that kind of thing.
step to the side, and I'm saying, you want to observe the observers?
Well, we know there's 5 of them, but
I mean,
are they
that's what
just
the
scared to? Yeah.
quest said. Maybe there was more since then. Maybe the quest was wrong.
Let's see if we can get our eyes on these observers.
Well, I mean, if we're going
That's
to
okay.
attack them, we might want to size them up first.
Yeah, see what's going on.
As was stepping farther away every time he's making those kind of jokes. Whoever's our sneakiest, go and see what they're doing. I'm guessing this sounds like very much in ruin, where it's like buildings fall apart, right?
Yep.
Oh, well, actually, I have something for the. I would. I would just cast my cantrip anime power to. Where is it? Oh, damn. They didn't get kept when I updated the sheet that way. It's annoying.
Oh.
Well, it didn't get kept on the sheet, but I'd like to cast mine level 1 dynamic power, Whisper Wisp, since I'm assuming we're within 120 feet of them.
Yeah.
Target the who's ever in the center of it, and then hear what they have to say, what their group is saying.
They would say. No, 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 no. We have to set explosives at the bottom of the pillar. Just take out the whole thing at once. No. It's a giant pillar of ice. We don't have enough explosives for something that big. Who even says that the pillar is what holds up the city in the first place? No, you're all wrong. You're all wrong. We need to covertly infiltrate and find wherever they are maintaining their thrusters that keep them in the air. No, they're being held up by a pillar. It's like constant bickering. None of them seem to agree on how this is supposed to be done.
All right, guys. So first things first, they've got explosives, so maybe watch your attacks. We don't want to blow things up, or at least not the pillar. Maybe them can blow up is fine. But they want to destroy the pillar. I think it might be holding up the city, so they seem to want to bring it down. They're arguing. They can't decide on if their plan will work or not. So maybe we can sneak up on them and catch them unawares.
Okay.
armor, it'll be very tough for me to sneak in.
I can levitate you. We can pull you along.
Yeah. Alright, yeah. That seems like the best chance then.
How high are you gonna levitate?
Just off the ground.
Okay. I will get behind and start pushing him. We're going inside. Is this ruins? Like, is the building collapsed so we can just go around the side? Or do we got to go in the front door?
There are holes pretty much everywhere. I mean, the front door's open.
Echo, you wanted us to go in the front or the side?
Maybe partially surround them.
All right. I'll push Asmodil around the left side.
I guess I'll go to the front.
I'll go with Echo. I don't want to completely split the party.
You know, give me a second. I will set this
Trying
up.
to be quiet. As you're setting up, do I roll my stealth at disadvantage because I'm pushing Asmodil, or do I roll normal?
Probably disadvantage.
Okay. Well, at least we're even. This is the way we push the Asmodil. We pushed.
These like little. I don't know. I thought they were ghosts. They weren't. What's it called?
Ah,
Beholder
okay.
babies.
Yeah, I didn't think they were beholder babies.
Ah. Didn't mean to move that last one. The picture popped up on my screen.
As you approach, they're still arguing.
I think I'd like to silently motion Erebus to go north a bit so we can go around the building and get closer.
All right, I'll follow.
Hey, Asmodel, when do you want to go in?
No. Let time. We can communicate with the guild cards, or we're still too learning to do that? With
You
each
can-
other.
You can talk to each other that way.
I will put a little message over the guild card. Ready?
Remember, they've got explosives, so.
Bzzz, bzzz.
Why is your buzzing?
Good luck,
What
Asmodel, being
happens when
next to
somebody
him.
sends?
Okay.
Maybe we want to open up with a spell from Erebus. Maybe he could attack multiple. Start off.
Herbis. There's an explosive. Alright, I got this. Fireball.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah, 1 second. I'm gonna click through.
The guild didn't say we had to prevent them from destroying the pillar, right?
This isn't the pillar.
Yeah,
Okay,
because
well, well
Oh, he
then,
did start with fireball.
well then,
Yeah.
let him rip with fire. Maybe we'll blow up the explosives. We're far enough away, I think. Oh, maybe.
Maybe they replaced it down. It's not here.
As the fireball has cast through, let's say, like a hole in the wall, it lands, and each of these spectators were actually sitting on a barrel of gunpowder.
Oh.
Like they were using them for chairs. And thus, the fireball ignites the gunpowder. This one takes 31 points of damage. This one takes 26 points of damage. This one takes 27 points of damage. This one takes 30 points of damage. And this one takes 20 points of damage. And there is now a small crater where there should have been spectators.
As I'm reading my guild card from the messages, do I get a ding?
Yes. Quest complete.
I'm gonna push Asmodil and
Alright. I'll just maybe I'll head over and see if there's anything left on their bodies from the charred wreckage.
How much health do they have on them? Nothing like item wise. I mean, you'd see little eye stalks, teeth.
No crystals?
Yes, you'd also, because of how damaged they are, you'd actually be able to reach in and grab the crystals.
Erebus, you should do that more often. Look at these crystals are right here at the surface.
Nice shooting.
I didn't expect that to resolve it, but alright, yes.
I think 8th level is good to you.
Might have had something to do with the explosives. Maybe we should look into getting some of these. Then carry them in with invincibility and then Misty step away.
Nah. I just don't. We can't mess around. I would not want them around us.
Bag of holding.
Come out all wet.
I just. If Canvas loses control and becomes a werewolf again, he could use that. I don't want that.
Yeah. So did you want to do a quick search to see if there was any other explosives?
Yeah, I'll look around for that.
Investigation 23. No, there does not appear to be any more. Which probably means that one spectator was right about there not being enough gunpowder here.
Alright, I think we're done here.
Yeah. Grab the 5 crystals, push Asmodil out.
I will drop concentration on levitate.
Thank you.
I'm still pushing. Hey, you gained some weight there, Asmodil.
I'm not levitating no more. You don't have to keep pushing.
Well, it's icy.
Oh,
It
okay.
should be easier, right?
Well, not through snow. We're actually walking on ice, yeah.
Alright. You guys finished that quest. I'm gonna say let's end it here for tonight. Because I'm now getting messages from the head of operations. Because they want to know what the hell's happening. Thank you, everybody, for coming out to stream today. If you enjoyed our content, please feel free to drop us a follow. We would really appreciate the support. And tune in Mondays and Wednesdays for our D&D content. Want to keep up with the events and extra streams? Please check out our Facebook and Twitter to keep up to date on the schedule releases and updates for the streams, including extra streams that we may not have on schedule. And if you would like to see previous content that we've done, check us out on YouTube at Epitaph of Creation. Thank you so much for coming out today, and have a good night, everybody.